Pineapple? You don't want pineapple? Oh my goodness. You eat your first bit and then you have more. We're sharing a pizza. Because we have the house to ourselves. Hence why the lighting is beautiful. And hence why I'm not in the car. But somebody is being silly. He wants the pizza, but he doesn't want the pizza. You want to try the cheese instead? The sauce and cheese? No? Aww. It's okay. We're recording this on Monday, but you guys will see this on Tuesday. And because you'll see it on Tuesday, we're here for do 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 DOLLARAMA Trolls of Destiny! I thought about doing the big video I've been planning to do, but I want to kind of save it for next month. I do have a Dollarama video planned for you guys, so make sure you tune in next month for it. I'm kind of saving it for when it's closer to Kai's birthday, because it's going to be kind of like a tribute to him. I don't know whether he'll see this video. If he does, I kind of spoiled my surprise a little bit, but chances are he might not. Anyways, my plan is to do the last 3 packs from Perry Sound versus the last 3 originally sealed Dollarama packs to see which one is the best at the end of the day. But for today, we're going to do 4 packs of Dollarama. Mainly because 3 reasons. 1, I want to eat some pizza. 2, I want to do a episode of New Set versus Old Set today too, if I get a chance to record it before my dad gets home. And 3, if I'm very, very lucky and I get both those things done and we eat some pizza, I might actually have time to make peanut butter cookies too, which would be awesome. Anyways, so I want to do just 4 packs today for that reason. Hopefully we will hit a legendary and continue our streak. Our streak, I think, is at like 4 or 5 weeks now, which is pretty good. And I do have a surprise for you guys for Halloween too, which I'm not going to tell you exactly what that one is yet, but it's going to be a fun opening for us. So make sure you tune in for that as well. I will say I am a little sad, but also happy at the same time. I've been trying to save up a little bit of extra money for one of those Avatar bundles, in addition to all the other cards that I bought for Avatar. More so than anything else, just because you're guaranteed full art lands, and I would really like to get the full art lands for Avatar. The box itself would be nice, but it's not really the biggest thing for me. And neither is like the spin down. I'm not even sure what the alt art card is in there. But what I really do want is to get some full art lands. So I mean, I figured what I'll do is I'll just save up money for the full art lands instead. But there were a couple of causes that I wanted to donate some money to this week instead. So Kaiba and I donated our extra cash from my paycheck this week to those things. Shout out to Lily, the senior pug. Hopefully she's getting better. I know she's got a new vet, and it sounds like things are going well. But it's a day-by-day thing, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And also shout out to Birkin, who is a bulldog. This is a new channel that Kaiba and I have started following recently. I haven't actually done a shout out for them yet on the channel, but the channel is actually named Barkley the Bulldog, if I remember correctly. There's like 4 different bulldogs at this house. They're all really adorable. But Birkin is like their newest one, and she's having some breathing problems. She's had to go in and get an operation done, if I remember correctly. And then they had to take her back to the vet shortly after they brought her home because she was still not doing super well. So Kaiba and I donated our extra money to try and help both those families, because I know that if I was really stuck and desperate, I would hope that people would donate to help me with vet bills for Kaiba, because that's the one downside of having beautiful babies like Kaiba and Birkin and Lily is that vets are very expensive compared to going to the regular doctor. I find, at least, I mean that's probably not true in the States. So I apologize to my fans in the States, but for people like me who live in a country where we have relatively close to universal health care, mostly we only pay for like prescriptions and stuff comparatively. So I mean, it's not the same thing by any means. Anyways, let's start the pack. Goggles of Night. 1 in a blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, scry 1, then draw a card. That's really cool. Kind of wish I had got that before I finished my blue deck. That might be neat to include in it, though. We'll see. Greater Basilisk. 3 and 2 green for a 3/5 with Death Touch. Ooh. That could go in my Death Touch green deck. So far, we're doing pretty good. I'm liking these pulls so far. Seagate Oracle. When this thing enters the battlefield, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and the other onto the bottom of your library. I mean, it's not terrible. 2 and a blue for 1/3. I'll put that top because it's 1/3 instead of 3/1. Bravo. Doing it the right way. Angel of the Dawn. 4 and a white for a 3/3 flying, and when this thing enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance until... Ooh, that's pretty solid. So far, nothing bad. That's a little expensive to get into play, but I mean, the extra effect there is insane for if you've got, like, a chance to go for the kill kind of thing. Like, that's really good. Merman. 4 and a blue for 3/3. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may draw a card. One side or the other is what you end up building, and you, like, stack 2 cards on top of each other. It's an unset thing, so we'll just put that over here to the side because it's not something we can really use, but it's kind of neat as a concept. Beastie Beatdown. A green and a red. Choose target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, you can put 2/+1/+1 counters on the creature you control. The creature you control deals deals damage equal to its power to the creature an opponent controls. Nice, so it's not a fight spell. That's actually really cool. I like that one. It's a good holo. That's a good pull. All really good stuff so far in this pack. Drag the Canal. 1 blue, 1 black. Create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. If a creature died this turn, you gain 2 life, surveil 2, then investigate. Whoa. That's really stacked. And it's at instant speed, so you can play it on like an opponent's turn if something on like... It doesn't have to be one of your creatures. It just be any creature. So, yeah. There's our first legendary of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Spider-Man card. Spider-Man cards are already hit the Dollarama packs. Wow. That was fast. Madam Web Clairvoyant. I do like the artwork on this one. This is pretty cool. She is 4 and 2 blue for a 4/4. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast spider spells and non-creature spells from the top of your library. Whenever you attack, you may mill a card. Interesting. Very interesting. First legendary of the day, though, so can't complain about that. We did say we needed to keep the streak alive, and we have. Hijack. 1 and 2 red. Gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap it against... Nice, that's a new steel spell. My red and black steel deck. Steel deck is getting so psyched up. I love that deck so much. Dukara P. Fowl. That is a crazy name. 2/4 for 4. And if you pay blue, it gains flying until end of turn. I mean, that's not terrible. It's a neat little peacock looking thing. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to just snag a bite of pizza. Shrewd? Ooh, damn. Must be careful. Shrewd Hatchling. 3 and blue or red for 6/6. Enters the battlefield with 4 -1/1 counters on it, though. Pay blue or red. Target creature can't block this thing this turn. Whenever you cast a blue spell, remove -1/-1 counter from this. Whenever you cast a red spell, remove a -1/-1 counter from this. I wonder what happens when you can't remove -1/-1 counters anymore. Because that's not a May. Probably doesn't matter, but it's an interesting card. I do like the artwork. I'm not sure how awesome or useful that... Well, you know what? We'll put it top for now. What the heck. Negate is an amazing counterspell. We got a new version of Pacifism. Snoop will be excited to see that. I actually like that one a lot. I think that might be my new favorite. Illustrated by Matthew D. Wilson. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Yeah, I think that might be my new favorite. Even those born to battle could only lay their blades at a chroma's feet. Nice. You get top spot just for being the coolest artwork so far I've seen on that card. Noble Vestige. 2 and a white for a 1/2 with flying. It's a spirit, and you can tap it to prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to target player this turn. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to call that worthy of top 2. And Natural Connection, 2 and a green. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. It's instant speed, which is good. A little expensive, but you do get to put it onto the battlefield. So, I mean, if you play this like right before your upkeep, you get an extra land. That's not bad. Good first pack. Definitely a good first pack. I'm going to put links to both the GoFundMes for Birkin and for Lily in my channel description of this video today. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to do today too. Okay, we'll go through this pack first. We'll see if Kaiba decides he's eating pizza or not, and then we'll go from there. Hellhole Flailer. Interesting name. 1 black, red, 3/2. Unleash. So it gets a +1/+1 counter, but if it does, it can't block. Pay 2 and a black and red. Sacrifice this thing. Deals damage equal to its power to target player. If it was a goblin instead of an ogre, I would love this card. I think it's still decent enough to go top, though. Soltari Visionary. Ooh, old school card. 93 to 98. Nice. Adam Rex is the illustrator. 1 and 2 white for a 2/2 summon cleric with shadow. And if it damages any player, destroy target enchantment that player controls. Ooh, that thing is sick too. What's wrong, baby? You okay? You don't want your pizza? What's wrong with your pizza? Oh, buddy boy. Molder Beast. 4 and a green, 5/3, trample. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, this thing gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I mean, that would be crazy in a food deck, except for the fact that it's not getting anything on the butt side. So, I mean, it's going to be easy enough to kill it, which is why it's going to go down here. Shard of Broken Glass. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever it attacks, you can put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Interesting. It is a May, so it is optional, but interesting. Incendiary Float. Basically, I'm going to say that's only useful in a deck like the mono blue deck I recently posted to my channel where I want to dry out my deck. Or if I'm like say, trying to, oh, what's that other mechanic called? The one that I really like with my Micro Tyrant. It's not Descend. Is it Descend? It might be Descend. Anyways, Incendiary Flow. 1 in a red, deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If a creature is dealt damage this way and it would die, it gets exiled. Nice. That goes up. Even though it's sorcery speed, that's still good. Hunter's Edge. 3 in a green, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Basically, it's the same thing we played earlier, except this one costs an extra 1, and I'm going to mid it for that reason. Ooh! That's a new card for me. Elvish Archivist. 1 in a green for a 0/1. Whenever 1 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this thing, but it only happens once per turn. Whenever 1 or more enchantments enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Also only happens once per turn. Interesting. Very cool deck. Card for sure. Sorry, not deck. Renegade map. One for a artifact. Enters tapped. Tap to sacrifice. Search your library for a basic land. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. I mean, if it didn't enter tapped, I would say sure. But because it enters tapped, I'm going to put it down here, to be honest. Yeah, it is a basic land too, so yeah. Voldaran Duelist, of course, is going down here. It is the first one that gets negated to, or relegated to the bottom because we don't care for that. This is an amazing green card. If you can buff this and then like give it a couple other like keywords, that thing is sick. So more copies of that, please. Yes, very much. Incendiary Flow. We just pulled this. I mean, if I pull a third one, it's going to the mid-range at that point, but I'll put that second one there to be nice. Anchor to the Ether, 2 in a blue, target creature on top of its owner's library, scry 1. Down here you go. Unhallowed Phalanx, I do love this guy. I almost messed it up the last time when I pulled, well, I did mess it up the last time I pulled him, but this time I know exactly who you are. A 113 is insane. I think it's one of the biggest butts I've ever seen on a card that isn't legendary. And 4 in a black is pretty good too. So, yeah. The only downside is the enters tapped, but I mean, it's still going to defend you on the next turn you play it, after you play it. So, Fork in the Road, decent card. Yeah, decent enough. I'll put it there. And Nebula Dragon flying, and when this enters, it deals 3 damage to any target. Costs 6 in a red for 4/4 though. I'm gonna mid you because that's an expensive card. Expensive. Okay, before we open the third pack, what I wanted to say one more time. This will be the last time that I do a reminder of this. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. We are building a Commander Core Creator Challenge deck around this guy. It needs to be finished by Thursday at noon Eastern and posted to my Discord server to count for the contest. I, in theory, have already posted mine by the time you see this video if I get a chance to work on it really well today while I'm baking my cookies. If not, it will definitely be posted by the end of the day when you see this video. So it'll be by the end of Tuesday for sure. But I'm hoping to be done by today. I've already pulled out the cards that I might use. I just need to actually sort through them and decide what is the best ones and which ones aren't to cut them down to about 60, 65, something like that, and then put in the lands. Should not be too much. I have a solid plan for that deck. Pack number 3, let's see what we get. This video is going a lot longer than I meant it to. I was hoping to cap it to 20 minutes, and it's about to hit 20 minutes now. We still have one pack to go after this. But I can still get you out of here by 30. Ooh, I love Splitting Earth. I'm glad I pulled an extra copy of this. Deals damage equal to the number of mountains you control to target creature. I think that's an insane card. I'm so happy to have pulled another copy of that. Unraveling Mummy. 1 white black for a 2/3. 1 and a white, target attacking zombie gains lifelink. Ooh, 1 and a black, target zombie gains death touch. Nice. Magic Word. 2 and a blue. Enchant creature. As it enters the battlefield, choose a word. Whisper the chosen word. Tap enchanted creature. I like that. Okay. It is an unset card, but it can still go into unset decks when I build some. Voice of Many. 2 and 2 green for a 3/3. When this thing enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. Ooh, that's interesting. That could be really useful in green. And any deck where I'm building tokens that also has green. Tap target creature, doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step and draw a card. Costs 2 and a blue for Crippling Chill. It's not bad though. It is instant speed, so I'll still top it. Siphon Essence, counter target creature or planeswalker spell, and then create a blood token. Yes, please. More copies of that is always nice to see. Jump Scare, 1 white. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+2 and flying, and becomes a horror enchantment creature in addition to its other types. Boo. I like it. Ooh, our first land of the day. And then our second land of the day, a Blast Zone. Nice. I only have 1 copy of Blast Zone, but it is a cool card for sure. And just a battlefield with a charge counter on it. Tap it to put colorless in. Pay XX to put more counters on it. And if you pay 3 and tap it, you can destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value equal to the number of charge counters on it. The only downside to this card is it's so super specific as to what you're going to destroy. But it's still a kind of neat land, and it does still give you colorless, so it's not like it's terrible in any way, shape, or form. Cult Healer, 2 and a white for a 3/3 Human Doctor. Ooh, a doctor. But it's not legendary, so it won't count. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, Cult Healer gains lifelink until end of turn. Interesting. Alright. It'll be useful in the one deck that I want to build eventually with all the rooms if I decide that it makes the cut. Lava Step Raider. 1 red for a 1/2. Pay 2 in a red. This thing gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Yeah. It is a goblin. I do love goblins, but it is... we'll mid it. Actually, you know what? It's not more... No, we still mid it. Again, it's not gaining butt. It's only gaining attack, so yeah. Staggering Insight. Ooh, this looks cool. Blue and white. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I think I pulled one of these the other day, but it's still a really cool card to pull a second copy of, so I'm not unhappy about it at all. Okay, that's insane. This pack had 3 lands. It just basically made up for all the other packs that had no lands. Ooh, Aerial Knight of Windgrace! Nice! I have 1 copy of this, but it's always good to have a second one. 2, a white and a black for a 4/4 with Vigilance, but you can also pay 2 and a white to tap it to create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. And pay black and tap it to tap X untapped knights you control. And then destroy target creature with power X or less, which is kind of neat. Could be a fun legendary to build. Black and white knights. Oh, legendary piles over here. Second legendary of the day. Ooh, a Tolarian Terror. Oh, not the one I thought it was. Damn. 6 and a blue, but it costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. Meh. Ward 2 is decent. 5/5. I mean, it's not terrible, but you have to hope like heck you're playing instants and sorceries a lot. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to get into play. Talus Lookout. 2 and 2 blue, flying, and when it dies, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Last pack of Destiny. Oh, you're eating your meat stick from earlier. I'll give you a review of the puggy. Such a good puggy. Yes, you are a good puggy. I know, you're worried about your friends. I'm sure lots of humans will try and help them out. We keep praying and hopefully everything goes good. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's a yummy meat stick. More yummy than the pizza that Daddy bought. I love you, Kaiba. I love you so much. Where is you? There he was. Reaching backwards is hard. Good boy. Here's your good boy. Here you are. Alright. Let's get that last pack open to get you guys out of here. See if I have enough space to do new set versus old set 2. Hopefully. With any luck, I will. Because I'd like to be able to use my playmat for both those videos this week. And then, if I have time later in the week, after Tuesday, I can also then get you guys that special video for Halloween filmed early. Song of Stupefaction. 1 in a blue enchant vehicle or creature. When it enters the battlefield, you can mill 2 cards, and enchanted permanent gets -X/-O, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Ooh, I like that. There's another blue aura that's very similar to this, but it's, actually it might be black, but I think it's blue. Instead, it's based on the number of creatures in your graveyard, though, which is kind of neat. Oh, I love White of the Precinct 6. I'm glad we pulled an extra copy of this. This is a fun one to play in any deck where you're trying to get rid of all your opponent's cards. Because this thing gets +1/+1 for each creature in your opponent's graveyards. So if you've stacked their graveyards full, or if they've done it on their own, this thing becomes a pretty beefy zombie for 1 in a black. Very good pull. Aerial Formation, 1 blue, instant. Excuse me. Costs 2 in a blue more to cast for each target beyond the first, though. Any number of target creatures get +1/+1 and flying until end of turn. I mean, it's not terrible. The extra effect is expensive, but I'm still going to put it top. Cancel is definitely a good counterspell, and I don't think I've seen that artwork before, so I like this one. Good pull. Caravan Vigil, 1 green. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put into your hand, shuffle. You may put that card onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your hand if a creature died this turn, though. Ooh, nice. That's really useful. And it doesn't say it has to come in tapped. Really, really useful. Osseous Stick Twister. 1 in a black for Scarecrow, 2/2, lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, each opponent may sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Then this thing deals damage equal to its power to each opponent who didn't sacrifice a permanent or discard a card this way. Interesting. I like that. Oh, I was hoping that was a doctor, but it's not. Still a really cool pull, though. Legendary! Bjorna, Nightfall Alchemist. Blue and red for a 1/3. Pay tap, sacrifice an artifact. This thing gets to deal 1 damage to target creature, and then we goad that creature. Ew. Has Friends Forever, though, so if I have a second commander that has Friends Forever, then I can play both, which I do not currently own a second card that has that, but still cool overall, just kind of not my favorite thing because of the goading. I think so far my Madam Web is actually my favorite one, even though it only plays spider spells. I'm going to put Windgrace up. I think Windgrace is the best. Hot Dog Cart. Oh boy. 3 to put into play. When it comes in, create a food. And it can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Okay, you know what? As lame as it is, because of what it is and how it's not anything like magic related, it is a pretty decent ability overall for 3. Fervent Cather. 2 in a red for a 2/1 haste, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn. Okay. I prefer it was a 1/2, but still decent. Ah, now you're eating the pizza. Borderland Marauder. When it attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, becoming a 3/2. Okay. Undead Minotaur, 2 in a black for a 2/3 with some flavor text. It is a zombie, so that's kind of neat. The work that went into creating this magnificent specimen. Horrific, deadly, well-balanced. Not all necromancers do elegant work like this. Leston Necromancer. Ooh, I like that. I don't think I've ever pulled that version of a swamp before. 13. Nice. Dementia Bat. I'm not really sure I like that name. 4 and a black for a 2/2 flying. Pay 4 and a black. Sacrifice it. Target player discards 2 cards. That's pretty bad. All in all, I think that's the worst one other than the vampire so far. TM Strike, 3 and a blue. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked. And this has rebound. Damn. I think you get to pick a new target too for the rebound effect, so that's pretty neat. And a Colossal Dreadmass to finish this off. Pretty solid artifact for sure. It's a little expensive to put into play, but I mean, that card feels weird actually. That might be a fake. That definitely feels weird. I don't know. It's like, I mean, different sets and such, but still, feels weird. Anyways, as I was saying, +6/+6 and trample to whatever creature you equip it to, and it comes in with living weapon, so at least it attaches to something right away, which is pretty neat too. Solid video all around. As you can see, Kaiba ate the pizza. I'm sure he'll eat some more when I put some more out for him, which I will do before the next video. But in the meantime, in between time, you want to say bye? Yeah? Alright. Much love to you all from Kaiba over here. And I, to you, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Love you all. Bye.